Imagine if everything you know about time, reality, and consciousness is merely a mental model, a reflection of a deeper multidimensional truth. What if our experiences of past, present, and future are just different perspectives in a five-dimensional universe? Today we'll dive deep into the mind-bending concepts of time, consciousness, and reality from both scientific and mystical perspectives. We'll explore how language shapes our experiences, the evolving models of physics, and the intriguing theories of higher dimensions. From our perspective, we do have free will. Every day, we make choices that shape our lives, from what we eat for breakfast to major career decisions. However, when we consider a higher dimensional perspective, where past, present, and future exist simultaneously, things look different. Imagine viewing a timeline from above. Every event, past and future, is laid out before you, like a map. In this view, our choices seem predetermined, not by fate, but by the structure of the universe itself. If you look at a winding road from a helicopter, you would see all the twists and turns at the same time. Drivers on the road experience each curve as it comes, believing they have the freedom to choose their path. But from above, entire journey is visible, and every possible route is already mapped out. This doesn't negate the driver's experiences of making choices. It just offers a different perspective on how those choices fit into a larger picture. Likewise, in a higher dimensional perspective, our lives are like those winding roads. We perceive ourselves as making free choices, moment to moment. Yet, from the vantage point of a five-dimensional universe, our world lines, the paths we take through space-time are already defined. This doesn't mean our experiences are any less real or meaningful. Instead, it suggests that our understanding of free will may be constrained by our limited perception of reality. In this context, the notion of free will becomes more complex. It intertwines with the idea that time itself might be an illusion, a mental construct that helps us navigate our existence. As we explore further, we'll see how these higher dimensional theories not only challenge our concept of free will, but also reshape our understanding of reality and consciousness. The history of physics is one of progressive paradigm shifts. Each new theory builds upon and refines the previous ones, offering a more nuanced understanding of the universe. Newtonian physics, for example, provided a robust framework for understanding motion and gravity. It worked remarkably well for centuries, accurately predicting the behavior of everyday objects and celestial bodies. Then came Einstein's theory of relativity, which introduced a new paradigm. It didn't discard Newtonian physics, but extended it to account for the behavior of objects at high speeds and in strong gravitational fields. Einstein's model revealed that space and time are interconnected, forming a four-dimensional fabric called space-time. This was a revolutionary shift, altering our fundamental understanding of the universe and how it operates. Now, physicists are exploring even more complex theories involving extra dimensions. These new models suggest that our familiar three-dimensional world is part of a higher dimensional reality. For instance, string theory posits that the fundamental particles are actually tiny, vibrating strings existing in multiple dimensions beyond our perception. This idea introduces the concept of a multiverse, where different dimensions coexist and interact in ways we are only beginning to understand. Each of these theories, Newtonian mechanics, relativity, and string theory, represents a step closer to the ultimate reality, yet none claim to be the final truth. They are all mental models, frameworks that help us understand and describe the universe. At every stage, physics is not about finding absolute truth, but about developing more accurate descriptions of how the world works. These models evolve as new discoveries are made, and as our understanding deepens. This process of refinement highlights the importance of keeping an open mind. Just as Newtonian physics still applies in many contexts, despite being superseded by relativity, our current theories may one day be seen as approximations of an even deeper understanding. The journey of physics is one of continuous exploration and revision, always striving towards a more comprehensive understanding of reality. As we advance, new theories may emerge that incorporate aspects of consciousness and perception, bridging the gap between the physical and the experiential. Ultimately, the evolution of physics teaches us that our quest for knowledge is never ending. Each discovery opens the door to new questions and possibilities, propelling us further along the path of understanding the true nature of reality. In the block universe theory, time is treated as a dimension similar to space. Imagine the entire universe as a four-dimensional block where past, present, and future events coexist simultaneously. Within this block, every moment of time is a specific location, much like a place on a map. This concept fundamentally changes how we view our lives and the nature of time itself. In this model, each of us follows a world line through the block universe. Your world line represents your journey through space and time, from birth to death. You are constantly moving along this line, experiencing each moment sequentially. However, from an outside perspective, one that can view the entire block, all moments are equally real and existent. This means that your past, present, and future are all laid out and unchanging. Loop quantum gravity, a theory that attempts to reconcile general relativity with quantum mechanics, provides further insight into this idea. It suggests that space-time itself is quantized, made up of tiny, discrete units. These units form a complex, woven structure, resembling a fabric made of loops. This intricate structure could explain why we perceive time as flowing, even though at a fundamental level it may be static and unchanging. This brings us to the concept of higher dimensions. In a five-dimensional universe, our three-dimensional experiences are just slices of a larger reality. Think of our physical world as a thin slice of a loaf of bread. Each slice represents a different moment in time, but the entire loaf exists simultaneously. When we talk about personal identity and experiences, we must consider this higher dimensional context. For instance, your identity isn't just a static snapshot, it evolves over time. This evolution requires a connection to both past and future states. The self needs continuity, and this continuity is inherently linked to time. To experience the present moment, we rely on our memories of the past. This interconnectedness between time and identity highlights how our perception of the present moment is an extended experience rather than a singular point. Human imagination has a profound impact on the future. Our ability to envision possibilities and create mental simulations allows us to shape our destiny. This imaginative capacity is a key factor in human progress and innovation. When we think about the future, we are not merely predicting outcomes, but actively participating in their creation. In a higher dimensional context, this becomes even more intriguing. If we consider time as another dimension, our thoughts and actions in the present can influence future events. Personal identity and experience are deeply intertwined with time. To understand this, let's explore the concept of flow and its relationship with the self. When you are in a state of flow, completely absorbed in an activity, you lose track of time. The sense of self diminishes, and you become one with the task at hand. This state of flow highlights how our perception of time is flexible and linked to our mental state. In contrast, when we are bored or disengaged, the default mode network in our brain activates, and we become acutely aware of ourselves and the passage of time. This dynamic interplay between engagement and self-awareness shows that our experience of time is subjective. Our imagination plays a crucial role in this process. By envisioning different futures, we create mental models that guide our actions. These models are not just fanciful daydreams. They are blueprints for real-world outcomes. Consider how inventions and innovations often begin as imaginative ideas. The light bulb, the airplane, and the internet all started as concepts in someone's mind before becoming tangible realities. This ability to imagine and then create is a testament to the power of human imagination. Moreover, our understanding of identity evolves with our experiences. As we grow and change, our sense of self shifts, influenced by our memories and aspirations. This continuous evolution requires a connection to both past and future. To exist in the present, we draw upon our memories of the past and our hopes for the future. This interconnectedness between time and identity underscores how our perception of the present moment is an extended experience rather than a singular point. In essence, human imagination is a powerful force that shapes the future. It bridges the gap between the present and what lies ahead, allowing us to navigate the complexities of time and identity. The debate about the nature of consciousness is as old as philosophy itself. Materialism, the view that everything, including consciousness, can be explained in terms of physical processes in the brain, has dominated for centuries. However, this perspective is increasingly being challenged. Critics argue that consciousness cannot be fully reduced to brain activity. Instead, it might be a fundamental aspect of reality, intertwined with the very fabric of the universe. One compelling argument against materialism is the idea that the brain is not the generator of consciousness, but a filter. According to this view, the brain limits our perception to what is necessary for survival, filtering out a broader, more profound reality. This concept is supported by phenomena such as near-death experiences, where individuals report heightened states of consciousness and vivid perceptions, even when brain activity is minimal. In mystical and spiritual traditions, consciousness is seen as primary, with the physical world being a manifestation of a deeper, more fundamental reality. These experiences suggest that our everyday perception is just a thin slice of a much richer existence. During states of altered consciousness, such as meditation or out-of-body experiences, people often report sensations of transcending space and time, hinting at a connection to higher dimensions. One fascinating aspect of consciousness is precognition, the ability to perceive future events. There are two types: direct precognition, where one experiences a future brain state, and indirect precognition, where one accesses a future state that might not directly relate to their own future self. These experiences challenge our understanding of time and suggest that consciousness might have access to a broader temporal framework than we typically perceive. In the realm of theoretical physics, some researchers propose that consciousness could be an integral part of the physical universe. This perspective aligns with the idea that space and time are emergent properties, not fundamental ones. If true, the mind might play a crucial role in shaping the very fabric of reality. Consider the notion that all of space-time is accessible from the fifth dimension. In this view, the fifth dimension acts like a higher vantage point, allowing one to see the entirety of space-time at once. When we are locked into our physical brains, we are constrained to a specific point in this higher dimensional space. However, during out-of-body experiences or deep meditative states, we might momentarily escape this constraint and gain a broader perspective. Words then are merely pointers to these deeper truths. They describe our experiences but can never fully encapsulate them. As our understanding of consciousness evolves, we may need new paradigms that bridge science and mysticism, offering a more integrated view of reality. Materialism might be in a phase of terminal lucidity, a term used to describe a sudden clarity and coherence experienced by some individuals near the end of life. This could signify that our current scientific models are reaching their limits, hinting at a need for new frameworks that incorporate both the objective and subjective aspects of time and consciousness. As we journey through the complexities of time, consciousness, and reality, it becomes clear that our understanding is continuously evolving. We've explored how our perception of free will might change when viewed from higher dimensions, how the history of physics is marked by paradigm shifts, and how our mental models strive to grasp the true nature of the universe. The block universe theory challenges our traditional views of time, suggesting that past, present, and future coexist in a four-dimensional structure. Loop quantum gravity adds another layer, proposing that space-time is quantized, further complicating our understanding of time's flow. Human imagination stands out as a powerful force, shaping the future and bridging the gap between what is and what could be. Our experiences of flow and self-awareness demonstrate the subjective nature of time, highlighting how deeply intertwined our identities are with our perception of temporal progression. The debate between materialism and the idea of consciousness as a fundamental aspect of reality underscores the limitations of current scientific models. The notion that the brain filters rather than generates consciousness opens the door to new perspectives that might bridge science and mysticism. Concepts like precognition and higher dimensional consciousness invite us to rethink our relationship with time and reality. Ultimately, our quest for knowledge is never-ending. Each discovery leads to new questions, pushing the boundaries of our understanding. As we continue to explore, we may find that the true nature of existence lies at the intersection of science, philosophy, and spirituality. Our journey through the dimensions of time, consciousness, and reality reveals that there is much more to discover. The models we use today may be replaced by new paradigms that offer deeper insights into the nature of the universe. If you enjoyed this exploration into the fifth dimension and the nature of reality, be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, keep questioning and exploring the mysteries of the universe.